What's up, fam? Welcome to yet another episode of the King's Vibe podcast. So we're gonna bring you a part 3 of our episode that we're talking about reputation. So we planned on making a 2-part video, but we had to make it 3 because there's a whole lot more that we needed to get off our chest and talk about. In this video, we're gonna talk about coming out of a bad reputation, man. Once you have a bad reputation, what do you do to come out of it? That's what we're really gonna delve on. But enjoy this video. Let us know what you think. Drop some comments in there. Make sure you like, share, subscribe to our YouTube channel so we can bring you more. We're still going up, and I think we plan on doing a live video once we hit 2K, right?
2K.
Hey, Nikki 2 times, yeah. But I still have the Juice Man. I still have Nikki 2 times, and I still have my little friend Peanut.
One last thing I gotta put out: you gotta be careful, like what you do, like because you don't know who's watching you. Like AK didn't know I was watching. I'm older than AK, but like some of his vibe was fitting on me. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I used to be in the car. We were solos. We're in the car like together, and the stuff that he does on a day-to-day basis, like why is this man so positive? And I know about all this negative stuff that have happened to him in this place. You know what I'm saying? So I was able to actually feed off the vibe that he was putting out, because sometimes when you put negative vibe out to people, that can actually build up on the character and what they can put out to the next guy. So be careful what you put out, because what you put out might be a fine definition of what this guy next few years might look like. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So if you're gonna be negative and you around this guy who's trying to do positive stuff, maybe you shouldn't be talking about that stuff around him.
Surrounding reputations, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's surround your reputation. So that will define you or break you.
Over you, Kusi.
And hold on, real quick. And this isn't to like put AK on the spotlight, but I didn't even know AK that well. And for him to have his reputation so high and speak so highly of himself, and I knew what his goals were, I reached out to him, and I wanted to connect with his school and all that other good stuff. And you put your own two cents on all this stuff, but he made me want to come. And I'm a positive, motivated, and I got so much stuff going on in my life, but his aura and his reputation made me want to help another dude out because of his reputation solely. You know what I'm saying? So reputation can bring people to you too.
Yeah. I think our reputations have so much bearing on other people as well, not just so much you. So as you bring your reputation down, you're probably not just destroying you. You're also destroying all the people that's looking up to you and the people that feed up to you. You know,
doing that MDMF,
baby.
Yeah, man. Hey, keep your light on, man.
Keep the light on.
Your mind is a light, man. Keep the light on, man. Stay positive, man. Keep
something positive. That I've never said before, man. Like, I'm not gonna lie, man. Like the last time I was in school, man, that was in 2009. You the only reason why I went back to school, bro, trying to finish my master's.
You old.
Because I know. Hey, don't like the hustle, bro. I graduated college in 2009. Like, I wasn't expecting to go back to school, but when I seen this man on the road doing work for school, trying to finish up essays and stuff like that in the car while I was trying to relax and sleep, like this man was doing schoolwork. It's like, what? If this man is doing this, why not? Let me get my butt back to school. So I applied for school, got into school for my master's, and I continue with my degree. So hey, I never said that to him, but it's like, dude, like you one of the motivation, you one of the people that motivate me to go back to school and finish up my master's, because it's like the stuff that you do around people, they may not speak of it, but actions speak louder than words. I'm telling you.
That's what's up, man.
You built reputation.
That's dope, man.
True. So we're gonna swing into our last section of the of today's episode, and I think we're gonna talk about how to come out of a bad reputation. You know, obviously, once you have a bad reputation, once you get to the point where it's like, okay, my reputation is like shattered. You know, how do you come out of it? Because obviously, it's not the end of it. You know what I'm saying? But how do you come out of it on the business front and on the personal level? You know, being a leader and all the good stuff.
Simple. Accept there's a problem. Deal with the problem. Present the problem to if you're a business, present the problem to your customers. Admit that you messed up and fix it. Have a plan to fix it. Follow your plan, and if you can't follow the plan and see it through, make a new plan. Simple.
That's a great word, actually. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty good.
I got nothing.
You got to think like, what about, okay, let's come out of business and let's think about more like a personal level, right?
Yeah.
You got a divorce. Your child just died. You can't pay off your loans. Now you way crazy in debt. Like what's your goals in? What's your reputation say about you whenever you hit all these wickets negatively in your personal life? And let's say you hold a business on top of it.
And again, simple.
It ain't about then at the moment. It's the reputation ain't gonna be about what you're going through, because at that point is you already in hell. So what's the worst you could do? Nothing. You already there, so you got to get out of it.
Yeah.
Your reputation or your credibility will be, how did you get out of it?
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? How you got out of it. It's not about what you at the bottom. You know what I'm saying? When you at the bottom, the only thing you can do is get up.
So how
you know
hard
what I'm
I
saying?
gotta work? If my reputation was so high up and I did all that stuff, how hard do I gotta work to get it back up there?
Oh,
You're gonna work hard. You're gonna work.
times.
You're gonna work 3-4 times harder to
Yeah.
actually get it back. So your main goal is to, like I said before, admit there's a problem. Find a way to attack the problem. If, like, you talk about divorce, if you're going to a divorce, hell, bruh, find a good therapist who's not going to be as negative towards you, and find a way to find that good therapist that can actually elevate you and let you know, hey man, maybe that divorce wasn't your fault. Maybe this person that wasn't for you.
Yeah,
so
I like what you're saying.
You know
DJ,
what I'm saying?
And to branch off the therapist is, it might not just be you. Like, maybe if you're going through some problems, you might need to lean on somebody, lean on another reputation, lean on your counterpoint or somebody below or above you. Like you were saying earlier, and really just count on people to help you keep your reputation, not even build or decline. You're trying to keep it now, you know, and that might just be that simple. It's just like, let's maintain.
It's like the finest thing they used to say in the service. Don't reinvent the freaking wheel. You know what? Somebody done went through the same BS you going through right now. Guess what? Reach out to the next guy. He might be able to fix it in 2 seconds. That what might have take you a whole year to fix, or a few years to fix, because he done went through it. He done been there. He expert, bruh. Get his.
That's the power with having good friendships with people.
Thank you. Exactly.
I think to add on, I mean, because you kind of hit the nail on the head, is to be open. You need to be open
All the time.
You need to be patient, because you're gonna have to work so hard. Like, you're not gonna be king of the hill, roll down the hill, and then just pick yourself back up as quick as you did.
Now, what do you mean by patient? I gotta hold my tongue, or I gotta hold my actions.
What I mean, be patient is like, because you were so used to being up here, and now you got to work 2, 3, 4 times harder. Like, if you want to get back to where you was or get greater, like, be patient. Be patient.
I'll give you a fine example. Let's say your reputation is built off you being with your spouse, right? Your spouse is the reason why you where you at. Now your spouse is gone. Now you're in the bottom of the hill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You still have the same skills. You still have the same gifts, but you're still dwelling off your spouse being gone. You are not using your gifts. You are not using what your purpose is in this world. Now, you can either find help and admit to your problem, or you can keep dwelling on your problem and just be that guy who just sits on the couch and just feel bad for yourself.
No, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I agree.
So
I like that.
The first move, the first step to getting help is admitting, hey bro, I got this freaking problem who's been bugging me.
Not to anybody.
You know,
not to yourself.
Be careful. Be very careful who you open up to.
You can't
be
tell everybody
very
everything, because they will exploit you.
Because you got the people who will expose your information, and you got the people who will direct you to the right spot to get help. Because you gotta be careful who your friends are. That's why I tell people, like, be careful who you let in your circle, because who you let in your circle will either break or make you. You know what I'm saying? This guy, he's a straight up a-hole sometimes. But guess what? Some of the stuff that he's saying to me, I need to hear them. It may not be what I want to hear.
I need you to say more thank yous.
Yeah, all right, man. Don't let me curse you out. Don't let me curse you out.
Y'all still got that bromance thing going on.
So it may not be the stuff that you want to hear at sometime, but it's stuff that you need to hear, because sometimes it may be your fault, but you may not want to hear that. So it's up to you to admit the fact that, hey man, that's the problem there. This brother right here or the sister right here is presenting to me what the problem is exactly, but I'm just not accepting it. Acceptance is the first step to resolving your problem. If you're not accepting there's a problem, there is no problem in your head. Period. Even though there's a problem, there is no problem, because you're not accepting it. You got to accept the problem in order for you to move to the solution. If you're not accepting the problem, there will never be a solution. Period.
I think it's more psychological, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think, like you were saying, all that good stuff can build your reputation or play psychological on your reputation. And to some degree, I can agree to how that can impact you and your reputation.
Yeah. I like that. Are you gonna say something, Peanut?
No, man.
The Einstein thing killed it and just expanded it. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I want to go back and talk to him about some philosophy shit. Hey, this dude right here, my dictionary.
Literally, the only thing, not the only thing, but one of the main things I ever pray for and things that I try to practice and work for is wisdom. Like, I read books and I try to gain knowledge, because knowledge is good, but purpose means more. So wisdom to me is like the most important thing ever, because if I'm wise, I can make the better decisions and I can help other people make better decisions.
I always say it though. I like to suck on knowledge, you know. You might not be able to apply it all the time, but at one point it's gonna ring a bell.
Yeah.
Promise, you know.
That wisdom though.
It is, and I think they go hand in hand too, you know.
I mean, it's crazy. Like
that's a different video.
That's a different one. Yeah, we're gonna bring that to you. Yeah, they're not ready yet.
But I mean, DJ hit the nail on the head on everything. You gotta accept it. You gotta be open, and you gotta be patient.
Yeah.
Because you know you ain't gonna fix your problems in a minute, especially with some. Could be a cataclysmic event for you.
A what?
A cataclysmic event for you.
Hey man, look that up real quick, man.
Hey,
Stop
you don't got to right here.
Hey,
Break it down, y'all.
can you use that in a sentence, please?
Say, and I told my wife this one time, because me and my wife went through rocky times. Everybody does. Even the most perfect people, most perfect couple, whatever, we went through something. But I said, so the world is however many, they say like 13 billion years old, right? Or maybe that's the sun, maybe the earth is 4 billion, whatever it is. Anyway, dinosaurs were here before us, who knows? But they say a meteor came down, bow, smashed the earth. That's the Gulf of Mexico, was a meteor crater that created the Gulf of Mexico. Hit so big that the dust from that meteor crash covered the whole earth, killed a bunch of vegetation. It cooled down the earth so much that sun didn't hit, the dinosaurs died. But what happened after that was, in time, life was still there and life thrived, and then came mammals. And I told her cataclysmic events or catastrophe is necessary for new growth. Because you have to destroy what was there to build something new and something better. You can't be like, oh man, we're going to keep this old bad stuff, but build something new. Like, no, get rid of it. Like, destroy it, get rid of it, decimate it, build something new.
And that's sometimes you got to do that. And that meteor built the best reputation possible with us.
Yeah, and sometimes you can go through this just bad event for you, and with acceptance, with openness, and with patience, you can come out way better than you ever were on the left side of it.
My blood, twitch.
So,
Because you should know better now.
yeah.
You know?
Now, not even that you know better. You know better, but you're stronger now.
Yeah.
Hey, that's the last thing I'm gonna say for the night. Let me get this in because we're in 2020.
We're going to do departing words.
Nah, check it out. I gotta put. I
Yo,
gotta
leave my man alone.
Let me get my words in. I gotta.
Hey, let's start the service now. Let's go.
I gotta bring this one in. You know what I'm saying? So that's the last thing I gotta say, man. Quit being around here trying to characterize yourself for somebody that you're not. Like people like 2020, that's a social media year, 2019, whatever, social media year. You got these people online just making their their self or their relationship or whatever they're doing make them look so perfect. But in real life, that's not what it is. You got all the people looking up to these things that you're posting, the stories that you're posting, the stories that you're telling. Stop doing that. The reason why, because you got the next guy who might buried his immediate activities based on what you just post. You understand what I'm saying? Let's go back to, you were talking about divorce earlier. Let's go back to that. You got the guy next door posting the picture of like his wife being so happy with him. They vacationing, all that stuff. Or they somewhere in Bali or what? I don't speak English well, so I can't even say some of those words. But
What's wrong with this guy?
You're standing right here. What's wrong with you?
you know what I'm saying?
Use peanut now. Come on.
I use them all the time.
So you got all these people just creating that example instead of just tell it for what it is. They're putting that picture perfect out there that says so many words, and then now you comparing your relationship or your activities to that person's picture, because pictures always say 1,000 words, and people don't think about that. And now you got social media displaying that to 1,000 people, a few million people out there, just thinking, man, I wish I had this. But in reality, they're not displaying what really is going on.
I think with that though, you can look at that a couple of different ways. What you don't want to do is you don't want to tell people basically like, hey man, don't put that stuff up. Like if you're happy about it and it's real, then put it up. But the thing about this is, which is unfortunate, is that there aren't a lot of real mentors in the world right now. There are not a lot of real leaders. So naturally, people try to look to other people or other things for mentorship and leadership, and unfortunately, social media is one of those things. So they get lied to via social media, and they eat this stuff up, and they kind of become that whole fake thing that they don't even realize is fake, but they just keep perpetuating it, and which goes to another point of, as far as reputation, your reputation should be as legitimately as close a version of you as the real you as possible.
Boom.
Like they should be the same thing. And that even if say you post good things on social media or whatever, I'm open to, if somebody came up to me, they didn't even know me, if they was like, hey man, I noticed that like on I don't really talk about my family on social media a lot, but if they ever see me talk about it, it would normally be something good, right? Well, I noticed that you and your wife, like y'all look like from whatever you post, are doing pretty well. And I would tell them, like, well, right now, yeah, we are, but 10 years strong, only like so strong right now, but a lot of growing pains. And I would explain that to them. Like, I wouldn't hold nothing back. Like, it is what it is, because everybody goes through it. But to make sure that to kind of play my hand in my reputation of, so what you saw right there is real, but that's only a portion of it. There's other things that I want to take time to explain to you. So if you want to get to what you think is like the climactic point of happiness for me, I'm gonna explain how I got there, and it ain't all good.
And this is exactly where I was getting at, Peanut. Like with the whole trying to characterize yourself to the rest of the public for something that's not 100% you. You only present the happiness time to the public, but the negative stuff, they're not seeing it. So in their eyes, you're perfect. But you have to be willing enough, if you're gonna present like the happiness time to if you're gonna put your family on display, or you want to put your relationship or whatever you want to put on display, you gotta be able to put it out there 100%.
Well, I kind of disagree though.
Let me get to my point. The reason why I'm saying that is the fact that you can destroy another person let's say livelihood or character based on what you put on social media, because they're gonna strive to be you based on the little bit of stuff that you are posting on social media. So you have to be careful, even though you're characterizing yourself to be that positive person, but at the same time, watch your audience. Just be mindful of who your audience are. Like, are they looking for an outlet? Are they looking for that mentor? Because a lot of people rely on social media for mentorship. The example. Are you being that example for that person? Or are you just showing them, oh, that fast car, that beautiful wife, yada yada that when stuff are doing good?
I agree. You're like 100%. And definitely when we talk about reputation, there's lots of multiples of it. There's couples reputation, togetherness, a singular reputation. You could change your to multiple reputations. You can do multiple things, wear different hats, and also like just consistently change your reputation. Let's say I want to be this reputation. I don't want that no more. I want to be this no more. You can change it as long as you build it. You know, and I agree with like everything what everybody's saying, and I think that's a good fact.
Something that I'm gonna be adopting, which I've been doing unconsciously, but I'm gonna start doing consciously, is telling people, yo, walk with me. Like, hey man, what are you doing right now? I mean, I'm just going here, walk with me. Even if it's 2 minutes or it's 3 minutes, it's 5 minutes, it's 10 minutes, who knows what it'll turn to. Walk with me, real quick. Let's talk real quick. And that to me will help build my or help make sure, because you will get, naturally, everybody's gonna get this like, man, you out here doing this, blah 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 blah, killing it, fill in the blank with whatever you want to do it with. But the walk with me piece is filling in, is smoothing it out to show what it really is. Like, yeah, so what you see is that's really happening. I am doing it, but walk with me, and I'll tell you, or we'll talk about like the things that are kind of helping mold me to get what you see, but that you don't really know what it is. To make sure that people know, like, my reputation is what it is. I'm proud of it. Like, I built it, but it ain't been all sunshine and rainbows. And it ain't Lucky Charms. Like,
hey, kiddos, you still out there from Guam?
No, I think we lost him.
All right,
we're gonna call him again.
It's crazy that you say that, man. Like, it's a big deal, because like people only see the rosies and like the good time, but they're not thinking about like what you had to do to get here, bro. Like the late nights, the wife getting mad at you, the kid just hitting your gut.
Where you
know
at?
What I'm saying? Where you at? You know what I'm saying? Why aren't you home?
That's your reputation.
They're not thinking about that.
That's your reputation with your home.
Exactly. But what I'm saying is, if you don't take the time to actually present that, I like the idea of you saying that, walk with me, because you don't want to present your personal life to the rest of the world. But if you want to make an impact on that specific guy, hey man, like, it wasn't always all great and roses, like just at the front door. Used to be rocky, man. Like, that's what it was. But you don't want to present yourself to the rest of the people. That's the reason why, like, social media, like presenting your personal life on social media is really rocky, bro.
But you also got to think about it though. Less than 5% of processes are outdoor. The product is what's really put out. So think about it on the business perspective, right? So how many businesses post a video of them building their business? You know, putting the concrete in there, blah 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 blah. All you see is opening soon, building is out already.
Yeah.
You know,
which I get that and I understand that. And again, I don't want anybody to not do that because they should, because it's important. But like he was saying, it's just not putting yourself out to everybody because people will try to exploit you. Mm-hmm. And again, just you want to have the largest impact. Sometimes takes the littlest time and effort. Just walk with me. Sit down real quick. Close the door. Let's talk.
Impact.
So if you don't know, now you know. Not everything you see on social media is it. You know, it's a lot that go into that one picture or whatever it is that you saw, one video that you saw on social media.
I was actually thinking about this, and I'm sorry to like if I'm rambling on, but I was thinking about pictures, right? And they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the words that we choose to define or describe that picture are usually the most positive words, but they're not the most truthful words. And we got to be cognizant of that when we look at it, because you just got to think about that. If picture worth 1,000 words, I can say, "Oh, what a beautiful family! How great! Kusi's awesome. His kids great. They look happy. I know he got this. I know he got that. Look at the background. His grass is cut. He's living a life. Look at the smile. Blah blah blah." But then it's like, if you look a little deeper, like, oh man.
You know how many fights they had to fight before
like,
that one picture?
Yeah, like I see a little bit of pain in there though. Like maybe the kid is like, he's like, yeah, he ain't really want to be there.
But it kind of takes one to recognize one, you know. So you probably know it because you probably been through it.
Yeah.
But the average, you know, Joe Smo on the side is probably not gonna see it. You know, all they see is that one picture of you driving a good car.
No
it's
joke.
Like, you know, but
go ahead.
Yeah, I was just saying that, you know, we're gonna wrap it up. You know, it's been a really good episode. We have been talking about reputation and credibility and how they cross paths and how good it is to build a reputation. We also covered how to come out of a bad reputation. We're gonna take some departing words from our people, and we're gonna wrap this up. Who got it?
I'm not gonna lie, I thought the part of words was like 20 minutes ago.
It was supposed to, right?
I thought we were ending on Einstein, bro.
Hey.
I was like, hey, man, this is the best. Let's finish it. But there's a lot of good knowledge out there that's spreading, and I can't deny the knowledge. You know? So
Hey,
I did draw Siri, and I just was like listening.
Hey, but remember what we talked about the other day? We're gonna go live one of these days.
Yeah.
We're
gonna go live one of these days, and we'll see. You know, obviously
maybe
this
that's
is
2K. We don't know.
Hey,
we don't know.
Hey, let us hit 2K, and we're gonna go live. How about that?
Hey, let's do it.
We should.
2 weeks 2K.
Man, like I was saying earlier, man, like based on what Peanut was saying, man, like I had a teacher in high school, like she used to bring up bring album into the classroom, like with personal pictures, and she would just give the pictures to us to actually write essays. So you would have to determine like a 1-page essay what was going on in that picture. You know what I'm saying? Like the people who come closest to it would like get like A's, B's and stuff like that's how she would determine the work, because she knew exactly what was going on in that picture, because that's her album. Mm-hmm. She knew exactly what was going on. But like pictures, like you said, can actually tell 1,000 words, and people doesn't understand that. Like you can snap a picture, you just smile for the moment, and then you go back to your being angry or going back to your problem and stuff like that. But in reality, you already smile for that. You already smile for that picture. Like people just saw like me just sitting next to Kusi. I'm smiling. I'm having a good time. But in reality, I'm saying, man, I don't even know how the bill's gonna get paid tomorrow. Like my job,
demons, bro.
you know what I'm saying? Like I might be losing my job or something. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what's going on in that person's mind. But in reality, that picture was.
There's good perspective.
Smile, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I can agree. Like perspective is gonna. My closing remarks really is gonna be perspective is perspective, right? If you don't know what perspective is and reputation is by this time, give me a call 832-367-0466.
No, he did not.
I'm not even gonna lie to you.
He pulled the mic down.
This is a long time. So if you want to text me, call me, whatever. I don't care. Whatever your point of view is, but just think about it. Repetition is your resume. It's you. It's your personal impact. It's what you built, what you're going to build, who's building it with you. It's your resume.
Who's building
It's
for you too.
What you're showing. It's who's building it for you too, and it's what you're showing, who you're showing it to. That's your resume. Keep your reputation close to your heart like no other. All right, that's all.
I got one closing remark.
I love you. Hey, hit him with the Einstein again.
No, I'm good. Whether it's if it's you talking about character, whether you're talking about reputation, whether you're talking about credibility, and you building it up for you or you're trying to help somebody else, make sure whatever it is founded in love, and because that's important. Because love is the best thing, period.
Since sliced bread?
Yeah, huh?
Since sliced bread?
No, love is the best thing first. And then came sliced bread. But like for real, because that's important. Because when you love something or you love somebody, you want to help them grow. And love, what people they don't understand is love is not acceptance. Love is unconditional, and love is helping. But I'm not going to accept you wallowing in self-pity. I'm not going to accept you saying that you can't do something. Like, no, I'm going to help you out. I'm going to help you out of the pity party. I'm going to help you get to where I know you can be. I'm going to help you fulfill your potential. So whatever it is that you do, make sure it's based in love. And if you don't know how to even define love, like, it's cool. Go on Google and type in what is love as per the.
Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Let me finish. Go on Google and type in what is love as per the Bible, and there will be an actual verse where love is described. It says love is blank 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 blank. So you have an absolute and definitive version of what love is, and you can build off of that. All right. So you have a foundation laid for you. And then you can use that to build something great for yourself and everybody that you feel like you love in your life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man,
I think my departure words personally.
I thought you already had it.
Nah, man, not yet. Now,
bro.
2 times Nick, bro.
Nikki 2 times, DJ 8 times.
All right, my departure words will be just make sure your reputation cross-reference with the one another. You can't tell this guy one thing and tell this guy another thing, and make sure that hey, they're not saying the same thing about you. Keep that standard. So make sure you're the same guy when you're talking to each one another. So don't tell this guy one thing and you tell this guy another thing, and then next thing you know, you just trying to they're gonna just kill your reputation because it's like, well, he told me one thing, he told you another thing. I don't even know what to believe. So be truthful to yourself and make sure everybody is on the same page when it comes down to you. If you want to be that guy who can, oh, this guy, oh yeah, such and such and such. Yeah, that's the same thing I think about him. Like, yeah, we're on the same page. Let's get him on board.
Yeah.
Let's get him there. So make sure reputation cross reference is a big deal.
Yeah.
If this guy's saying one thing about you and the other guy's not saying the same thing, you might want to think twice about what you're doing. Period. That's what I gotta say, man.
Yeah.
That's my departing words.
I think I'm gonna say that good reputation is not ultimate. Bad reputation is not fatal. So you can always come out of one or the other, right? So if you have a good reputation right now, you could have a bad one overnight. I promise you that. If you have a bad one, you could build. It might not be an overnight thing, coming out of the bad reputation, but you could definitely have a good one. And the quick story that I went to the post office down there last week, I think, yeah. And the postmaster, we were just talking about random stuff, and he just brought it up. And he was talking about, and I don't know if you knew that we are going to shoot this video, but he was talking about how back in the 60s, right, Malcolm X and all these people wore suits, right? They wore suits to build a reputation.
They portrayed a different image,
right?
Which built a
right. They were trying to build a reputation by wearing suits, right? So sometimes some of the things that they said, people didn't even want to listen, but it was just the fact that they wore suits. It was like,
you're a businessman.
Okay, maybe we should take him seriously.
Business.
He's not just growing up in flip flops. They were building a reputation.
I like that.
You know what I'm saying? So
what you do and what you see could be a reputation.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. I like that.
Oh yeah.
First impression, my brother. First impression. I'm just saying.
Yeah. And actually, my dad told me that, and I probably said it a couple of times. You know, like, you know, people ask you like, why you dressed up like that, man? Like, hey, you never know. You never know who you run into. You know, maybe the only impression they might get about me is my dressing that one time, and that might be the reputation they're gonna create about me. You know, so you never know. Just be conscious, because people create reputations about you in so many different ways, and you want to make a conscious effort to create a good one, because I promise you it's going to follow you, and it's going to follow the people that need to survive off of that reputation. Cool. Yeah. But thank you very much for sticking around. Make sure you like, share, subscribe, comment on our YouTube page, and we'll bring you more. And thank you very much for being part of our success stories, and we can bring you more. I had DJ the Juice Man.
The Juice Man from Gonaive IT, you know what I'm saying?
Hold up, chill out.
Haiti all day.
I almost thought he said I was hating.
Haiti, you know what I mean? Like, that's the part where they say it, no big deal.
Yeah, I got Nikki 2 times.
2 times.
Hey, and I got my little friend Peanut.
Yeah.
From Chicago.
That's right. Greatest city in America.
Yeah. Thank you. Take care. We'll see you around. Be safe.
Be safe.
Corona's real.